Billy D here with another great Cal Jam interview, and I'm excited to have Aubrey Marcus here, who's going to be our Gala sponsor for Cal Jam this year. You excited?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Okay, so as you can see, he comes from a little rock and roll edge. Why don't you give the viewers there a little bit of info of what you're about? It's Onnit.
Onnit.
Okay.
Yeah, Onnit's real focus is, we call it total human optimization, and that's treating the individual as a whole, bringing them to peak performance through a variety of methodologies, the primary of which is our natural earth-grown nutrient supplements, which really we make a distinction with the market in that we take these natural, organic, earth-grown nutrient supplements and we put them through the most rigorous clinical trials that we possibly can. So combining that really rational, imperialist science with that natural approach that we know is the most beneficial with the least amount of risk profile for the body.
Perfect, and I just took some of your Alpha Brain.
You did.
And that's one of the things I've really been focusing on as I get older, not only for performance optimization, I'm trying to hold on what I already got, you know what I'm saying? But you said through some of these studies you've actually improved people's mental clarity and retention and memory.
So we had a flagship clinical trial through the Boston Center for Memory, following up on a pilot trial. And what we found is that about 77 patients combined in the trials. All of them were actually above average intelligence, which is really unusual for a patient group.
In America.
Because
don't get me started.
Because it's hard to prove efficacy and statistical significance in a patient group that's not only healthy, but above healthy, supernormal in that. And what we were able to show is that versus placebo in this randomized trial, we improved verbal memory through the California Verbal Learning Test. We also hooked them up to acute EEG and an ERP protocol and showed an improvement in peak alpha, which is associated with flow state, theta-beta ratio, which is improvement in focus, and then also processing speed. They were processing auditory signals.
I like a little more processing speed.
At an average of 25 milliseconds faster than those on placebo. So great benefits for athletes. And of course we're testing healthy people, but for those experiencing cognitive decline, this is also incredibly promising. And that's what the Boston Center for Memory, who treats a lot of Alzheimer's patients and people, having memory issues, they're begging for us to test it in the population.
Anybody that's getting older is going to have memory issues.
Of course.
At least I think. Because we live in a super toxic world, and part of what I'm trying to do is not only enhance it, but try to clean out some of that toxicity. Do you have any products that clean any of that stuff out?
We're working on our kind of detox line and really making sure that we do, every product we make, I want to make sure it's the absolute best we can possibly do. And so there are some things that we use, some natural ingredients. We have an earth-grown nutrient green mix that has a lot of detoxifying greens and superfoods and things of that nature. But really, as far as like a detox protocol, we want to make sure that when we come out with that, we can stand by it and say it's unequivocally the best available.
Now you're like 33, a young guy.
33.
How did you get into this at such a young age?
Yeah, it was part of my family.
And how long have you been doing it?
I've been there's two questions to that. Onnit was founded in 2010, but I've been doing this my whole life. From when I was playing junior high ball, and my stepmother, who is Dr. Janet Zan, the functional medicine doc and also a supplement founder, would give me a variety of supplements, and I would just take them blindly. I didn't know enough then. And I got used to the paradigm of this affecting my performance. Some days I'd play great, feel great, and I'd be like, that was amazing, Mom, that was awesome. And some days I'd feel terrible, like, what the hell did you give me? That was ridiculous. It's like, oh, sorry about that. I was just testing stuff out.
You was using a guinea pig.
Yeah, of course, close to home. So I got used to that, and then I would utilize that throughout my life. I was a competitive athlete in a variety of sports.
You were a basketball player.
I was a basketball player.
You're not that much taller than me, dude.
Yeah, I gotta stretch out.
I
need an adjustment so I can get an extra inch at least.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'3".
You are?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I feel so short anymore. But in surfing, you don't have to be too tall.
It's
not an attribute that you need in surfing.
Definitely not.
Now you work with a lot of really cool athletes, and you said most of your guys are in the martial arts, or?
We have a really strong presence in mixed martial arts. We work with UFC champion TJ Dillashaw. We work with a lot of the top 10 fighters.
And these are people that follow that sport would know these guys.
They would know these guys.
Okay.
And
because I don't follow sports, so you're speaking French to me.
Well, our business.
I don't know much about any sports anymore.
Sure. Our business partner is Joe Rogan, who's the UFC commentator, very involved in the sport. And then, actually, if I gave the real truth about how many of the MMA athletes are taking our product, I could pretty much list the majority of people that people know. But you know, business is business, and you know, Onnit's not one of those companies that's going to be out there paying everybody to take our stuff. We
Right.
have the people who are taking our stuff because they love it,
Right.
because it affects performance. Things like that, improvement in processing speed, that now the athletes, I'm asking them for quotes about the processing speed, and they're like, this is terrible news. Now everybody's going to know my secret
Right, exactly.
as to why I was performing. So yeah, MMA is really strong. We're working with a lot of hockey players, NFL players, AJ Hawk, Brian Cushing. On the hockey side, we're working with the Chicago Blackhawks, Duncan Keith, some of the other players there. Really, it's been this organic growth of people just realizing that our products, they can feel. It makes a difference when they take it. It's not just this 90% imagination, 10% sensation.
And that's the kind of thing always
Yeah.
been about nutrition. It's not, you take it, but you don't really feel, I don't know. I mean, I eat super clean all the time too, and I juice and I Vitamix and all that stuff. So I've never really taken nutrition that really actually I felt a major significant difference, or I'm saying, yeah, that's it, that's what did it. So you
Right.
feel your products will do that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think
Well,
that's
I took
the,
that
that's
Alpha
the
Brain. I already
differentiator.
feel like I'm vibrating at a different level, especially after not having enough sleep last night. But that's another story.
Yeah.
Barking dogs. Okay. Now, we've got to get some pro surfers on your line.
We do. I agree.
So we'll work on that. I
Absolutely.
mean, I've got some connection in that area.
Yeah, again, and we keep talking about Alpha Brain. We have a whole range of products that are
Yeah,
the
tell
same,
me about some of the other
same
stuff.
kind of. Well, some of the other stuff for athletes, we have a product called Shroom Tech Sport, which
Shroom?
like
mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Okay.
Focuses on the Cordyceps sinensis mushroom.
Okay.
Don't get excited.
No, I know. I thought the first thing I think about shrooming. You know, that
I
was
know. I hear
70.
you. I hear you.
Okay.
But yeah, it focuses on the Cordyceps sinensis mushroom, which has been used for athletes to improve oxygen utilization. So obviously, the more oxygen you're taking in, the more the more efficient your muscles are going to be able to performing. And then we surrounded that with a variety of good nutrients. Methylcobalamin, of course, the best type of B12. Some green tea extracts standardized for more of the antioxidant potential. Ashwagandha, which is a great Ayurvedic herb, and a variety of different things. And the idea basically is to take great compounds like Cordyceps sinensis for the Shroom Tech Sport and surround it with the most supportive nutrients possible, adaptogens like rhodiola. Same with the Alpha Brain. We take these major heavy hitters like Cuperzia serrata, the acetylcholinesterase inhibitor, and then surround it with supporting nutrients. And it's proving amazingly effective.
We should put him up as a speaker next year at Cal Gym. You'd be up for
I'd be
that?
up for it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I love
He's
talking.
got the stuff
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
What is your background?
Background is in school was
Yeah.
in philosophy, economics, classics,
Yeah.
English. I really studied everything.
You were going to become a school teacher or what? What's the deal?
I just did stuff
You
I
just-
liked.
Yeah, of course.
I liked figuring out puzzles, and philosophy was
That's why I like
They were the
chemistry.
biggest puzzles in the world.
Yeah.
What makes happiness? Where
Right.
do we come from?
Right.
And that's really what I enjoy doing. And then so applying that to these puzzles, where you have
puzzles
hard
of
data.
life.
Yeah, hard data. That makes everything a little easier because then you have bigger clues to figure out the puzzles. So
So
that's
did
really
you
been my
learn all this
background.
from your mom, or was this research you did on your own?
A little bit of both. So I got a great background from her, and then I also worked in the pharmaceutical industry for a little
I won't
while.
hold that against you, but that's
Yeah.
okay.
I didn't know better back then.
Yeah.
It was they were actually exploring some alternative cancer treatments using immunomodulation
Okay.
for ovarian cancer. Didn't prove out to work, but had some really cool concepts in utilizing the immune system to help fight ovarian cancer.
Right.
Interesting there. And then I just started working with some other really good doctors. We have Dr. Martin Lazar, who's a neurosurgeon out of Dallas, who I got hooked up with. Dr. Dan Engel, who's a psychiatrist out of Arizona. And between them, the athletes, my stepmom, and my own research and being my own guinea pig, that's where we really started to,
And that's where
to
it's
make the
at, being
magic
your own
happen.
guinea pig.
For sure.
I mean, that's what I do with myself. I mean, I try stuff on me first, and then
Mhm.
if it works for me, then obviously give that information. Now, you live in Texas now, Austin, Texas
Yep.
now. Did you say you lived out here for a while?
I did. Yeah, I was born out here.
You were?
Yeah. Born
And
out
you
here in
never
Southern
surfed?
California. Yeah, no, it's kind of a sad thing to admit, right? I was too busy playing with different balls of different sorts.
Yeah, yeah.
Basketball, volleyball, tennis. My mother was a professional tennis player. So I enjoyed the beach, but I never got into surfing.
See, and I moved here from Texas,
So you
and
could
I
surf.
used to play tennis and golf.
Uh-huh.
And as soon as I moved here, my only vision was I want to learn to surf, and I never did anything else. I never
Makes
turned
sense.
back. And then snowboarding too.
Makes sense. Yeah, I've been talking a lot with individuals like Stephen Kotler, who wrote a book on flow, and that state that you get in when you're surfing, very well might be the most addictive drug in the world.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very addictive. In fact, I'm going one as soon as we're done here. Okay.
I like it.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Now, just real quick question. Did you have any, I mean, you guys kind of just signed up with us within the past few weeks. What kind of premonitions do you have about CalJam, or what it's about, what the experience is going to be like? I always like to see what people think the event is like, and then when they come, they obviously see what it's.
Yeah, I like these just disruptive kind of technology ideas. And what you're doing is you're taking a conference that very well could be incredibly boring and making it seemingly incredibly exciting.
Right.
You know, you got music, it's more of a celebration.
Right.
And that's what we try to do, even instill in our company, is
Right.
going to work every day is something of a celebration. We have a gym attached, we got a volleyball court,
Right.
we got pool and darts.
You called it a volleyball court?
A volleyball court. Yeah, it's a racquetball court, but nobody plays racquetball. We put up the net, and it's like indoor volleyball where you can spike off the walls.
Is it full contact too, or what?
It's heated. It's heated. I mean,
I'm not into that stuff. Do you have to wear like gear and stuff? Or
no
no,
gear.
That's not that heavy.
Yeah, no, it's mostly friendly, but we cultivate an environment where people can feel excited, enthusiastic, passionate, and that sounds exactly like what CalJam's going to be about.
Oh, it's rock and roll.
Rock and roll, baby.
That's what I mean. We brought everything that I love to an event. It won't be boring.
Yeah.
There is not one person at all that's not focused on it, because that content's amazing. Are you going to bring any pro athletes to the gig?
We have a bunch of pro athletes. One of our good friends and founding pro athletes, Bodie Miller, lives right in the area, so he should be done skiing by then. So maybe we'll try to get him out. And
is there any
I'd
snow
love to get
this
some
year?
people. You know, they got to chase it around, but yeah, there's a few spots with some snow. I think the World Championships are going on right now. Obviously, I don't know when this video will air, but early Feb.
Probably
it's the
soon.
World Championships, yeah.
All right. Aubrey, Marcus, I got the name right 2 times in a row.
Boom.
You know, like, I don't know if I said this earlier, but I had this interview with Aubrey, and I'm thinking this hot chick's going to be coming. But not that you're not good looking, and I'm not, you know.
I know. I'm disappointing people constantly with my name
That's
when
all
they
right.
show up, but that's all right.
It's one of those names that kind of, you know.
Yeah, it can go
either way. All right. I'm really stoked you're in the
Yeah,
program.
likewise.
Give me a hug. Come on.
Yeah, all right.
And your company again.
Onnit, Onnit. Take a look. We got a lot of cool stuff. Also got another great clinical trial from Florida State University on our strength product. Really coming out with some amazing stuff, so please check it out.
You got any rock and rollers on your stuff?
We do. Travis Barker.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we can do this on the way out? Rock and roll.
I don't even know how to do that. I'm not, you see how unrock and roll I am? I had to look at your hand. See, the problem is we have University of Texas, which flips
Hook 'em
it the other
horns.
way. Hook 'em horns.
Dude, I
it
used to live in
screws me up.
Dallas, dude. Got it.
You got it.
All right,
Excellent.
signing off, Billy D. And
Aubrey Marcus. Peace.
over and out.